Hello guys, how you guys doing? Sorry, today I'm not in the studio. I'm out with the family, and I'm just trying to see if we can do this from this location. Um, it was breaking a bit, so I was trying to make sure that I fix it. But you can hear me. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate you. So please go ahead and share the video. The reason I'm telling you to share the video is because it's important that we spread the right information. There's been so much misinformation out there, and that has affected greatly any efforts to find this baby testimony. There's been so many lies. There's been so many manipulations from every side, and the effort we're making is to make sure that we untangle all these things that people have put out there to make it look like it is impossible to find the baby. um there's a lot of news that is out there. There's a lot of information. Everything is moving so fast right now. I told you guys nobody was looking for baby testimony. A lot of you did not believe me, and a lot of you came and said, I thought I was live all this time. I thought I was live. Oh my God. You see, I'm not in my studio. Oh, okay, hold on. There's something going on here. There's something going on here. You need to go off live so that it doesn't get a feedback. I'm very, very sorry guys. I I'm not in my studio. We went out with the family, and it's I don't have the right phone, so just bear with me. That's why all this is happening. All right. If it was in the studio, it would be much better. But please go ahead and ask your question again so people can hear what your question is and we can treat it. I'm really, really sorry, guys. Should I start from the beginning again? Well, let me summarize. You had asked me, okay, go ahead, ask your question. Ask your question again, but we're going to summarize things. Okay, so I'll start from the beginning again. So my first question to you was that how long have you known about the case, and why are you just getting involved? Exactly, and I told you that the case has been there for three hours, and then I 3 years. Sorry, the case has been there for 3 years, and I knew when the case happened. But then, just like let me, thousands of cases that have happened from then till now, you choose, not that you choose, it just happens, and you find yourself treating a case because of one reason or the other. And I just didn't happen to treat the case. You observe when people are treating the case, like Brekete was handling the case. You don't just jump into it. You listen to what they're doing. Sometimes you report it. Sometimes it is not the one that you reported. So that's why I now took you back to, did you know about the case of Stephanie and Apostle Suleiman? And you said yes. And I'm like, because Sahara Reporters was on the case, they did their part, and I took over when she came back to Canada, and I started doing the case. Because of that, I can't start saying, oh, why didn't this person do the case? Why didn't some people just showed interest and they did the case? But between that time and now, a lot of other people have had dealings with pastors. We didn't report on all of them, so other people reported on those. And I told you again that I give credit to Prof X for resurrecting the case, as it were. And when he resurrected the case, I didn't even know about it. The only time I got involved in the case was when I saw Bisola at the airport. And because I already knew Bisola, and I got a prompting when she went live. So that's the way things happen. You're calling to my program right now. There are so many other programs going on, and somebody could say, how come it's Dr. Chidi's program that you called into? Why didn't you call into the other programs? You understand what I mean, right? So that's how I got into the program. And then when I got into this case, I now started seeing. Remember when bloggers were now scrambling for ownership of the case. Let me tell you now that what I did was at the back, I invited people. I invited them to try. I think it was on a Zoom or maybe on my live program, especially when I heard Jeremiah saying, "Oh, all the bloggers will start fighting themselves." I called them. I called Prof X. I called Jadosa. I called Maureen. Maureen said, "No, no, Chidi, I don't want to get involved." But I remember I told Prof X, "Please, guys, whatever you do, make sure you're not fighting because it will be sending the wrong signal." Prof X is alive, can tell you. But then, since Prof X was doing it, there's no need for me to be there, just so I can make content. I just come and say one fake thing and people will just stay. No, no, no. But in the background, I was still talking to Bisola. I was helping the much I could. And then later on, Bisola introduced me to Doris Ogala, and I was talking to Doris Ogala, and I was talking to Ruth. All that was happening in the background until the reason now, because you asked, so why am I now interested? So we're following Prof X as the lead journalist or lead investigator until we now started hearing, or I started hearing from Doris Ogala that, listen, Dr. Chidi, there are things that are going on and I'm not comfortable, and I need to tell you some things. But when I'm going to say this, I want it to be on your channel. I want to, everybody saying who is Chioma Johnson. I want to reveal myself, but I want to do it on your channel. I said, okay, fine. And we kept talking back and forth. At that time, Chioma, Doris, what's her name? Bisola Johnson had said, Chidi, this lady, I'm not comfortable. I don't think you should continue with her. And then I asked Bisola, how come you that introduced me to this lady is now turning around to say you're not comfortable with her? No, no, no. I can't say I'm not comfortable with her. I think I believe some of the things she's saying. And we continued. And by the time she started revealing stuff and showing me recordings and everything, I reached out to Prof X. And I said, Prof X, these are the things I'm hearing. These are the things I'm seeing. If you've also noticed with me, whenever you tell me about someone, I will tell you that I'm going to reach the person with this your story, and I would like to bring two of you face to face to talk with me. I don't like gossips. And I reached out to Prof X and I talked with him. And when I finished talking to Prof X and I said, listen, I think it's important that we sort this thing out. Why am I doing this? Is because I recognize that he had seemingly put in so much effort in this thing. I believed him then, and I didn't feel it was fair for me to just throw him under the carpet without giving him a chance. But well, he took it in the way he took it in, and he decided to do whatever he did with it. Next thing, he was coming out with a video, and he started now turning his attack on me. Then that's why I did that video and said, look at this man. You're testing the waters with Chidi. Okay, if that's how you want to go on about it, go on about it. And then I brought Doris came on my platform, and the rest is history. That's why we are where we are today. And secondly, let me add this finally. So Solomon and everybody, I respect Solomon. Solomon is like a brother to me. We go way back to Abuja days. We were trained under the same pastors. He is doing his own thing, and I'm doing my own thing. This is the gospel according to Dr. Chidi. So I am saying what I'm saying based on what I know, based on what I see, and I'm putting my own analysis or my own perceptions. I cannot speak for anybody. Everybody is answerable. Everybody is an adult. Okay, so whatever I'm saying is what I feel, and anybody can. That's why I'm having an open mic today. People can ask me direct questions, and I can answer them back.
Yeah. So why do you think Prophet is not looking for the baby? Because I've heard people saying that Prophet is not looking for the baby. Ruth is not looking for any baby.
Yeah.
I think you've also mentioned the one that.
Yes, of course. No, Prophet.
So why do you think?
Why do I say so? I say so because a lot of the discussions that you will see, that's the now we're giving you the backstage recordings. Now you're seeing things from the back, right? A lot of recordings that you didn't hear before. and recordings that were made by Prof X himself. Notice that when people say, "Oh, Chidi, why don't you believe Prof X?" I tell them, no, they are the ones who are not believing Prof X, because I am listening to what Prof X is saying in the recorded audios, and he is saying that we are going to cash out. We're going to do propaganda. We're going to do this and do that. And then we're going to twist the story to this way and twist the story to that way. It was all, and then the money that was sent, the money that was not sent, who sent the money, the bank account, go to talk to that person. It was all about the money. It was not about looking for the baby. Because, like, an example is when you say, "Oh, show us the CCTV camera. Show us the CCTV camera." Who are you asking? Jeremiah. How? Where? Is there any lawsuit against him? Do you understand? So all of this time, by the time and then you now spoke to the person who was with Prof X, and the person says, "This is what we set out to do." They never set out to look for baby testimony. They just use the story to put out there. And you heard him say it. He's going to, fire up the story and fire up the story. And at a point, there was a recording where he was so excited. He said, "Oh my God, did you see this Bisola thing in the airport?" And that recording, then Ruth talking and Ruth's children talking. I've even organized other people to also talk their own. And then one mischievous, wicked thing that he added is, and can you imagine if they eventually arrest Ruth and throw her into jail? Oh my goodness, that will make the story just explode, and Jeremiah will even go to jail, because Jeremiah is finished. I think we have to, spin the story so that Ruth will go to jail, and then Doris said, "No, no, 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 I don't think that's good." And then he said something else, and Doris is like, "Mister, pull the trigger." So this was just a case of two people trying to cash out. They were not looking for the baby. You understand why I said that now?
Right. And you also think Ruth is not looking for a baby?
I will not say that Ruth is not looking for her baby. I can, because what I think is, from what I am hearing now, from what I'm hearing Ruth say, my focus, let me tell you guys what I'm trying to do. And I want people to quote me correctly. And I want people to take me step by step. That's why when people say, "Chidi, we have passed all of," even you, "we have passed all of that. Why are you going to say, oh, no, 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 no." I know where people have a proverb. If you don't know where rain started beating you, you will not know when the rain stopped beating you. So I am taking this step on my own so that I can quote myself and people can quote me. I want to learn for myself. You don't go to the university, get a degree in what now in mass communication, and then when people go to pick the book that you read in your first years, why are you going to read that book? Come and ask me about mass communication. I've read the book already. Is that what you say? No. I am a first year student. No problem. I agree. Allow me to go and read that Jeremiah 101, Ruth 101, Prof X 101, and learn for myself, and then go step by step. That way, I will not say that, "Oh, somebody said this or somebody said that." No, 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 no. Do you understand? I have not. I have somebody said, "How did Doris Chidi get the story right? How did Doris know and get involved?"
Sorry, I have them on my list too, because we've been trying to ask you all these questions.
Go ahead. Okay, we'll take it one after.
Before we even get to that, so let me ask you: do you believe that Jeremiah is one of the fake pastors we have in Nigeria, or you don't believe he's one of the fake pastors? Do you think do you think the guy is innocent? Or?
Did you hear me say? Okay, let me tell you something, Dr. Chidi. You see, that's why it's good we go back and start the gospel from the beginning. Please let the records show clearly that Dr. Chidi Wanyanwu of Worship Media TV Canada does not like Jeremiah Omoto's ministry, does not agree with his miracles. What are you telling me? The people who, do you remember when they went and brought that lady that said her hand was twisted and they stretched it. After that, another person took it. Is it Okaf or somebody did their own? Another person did their own. How will I believe those kind of people? Or people who go and bring a dead person and say, "Oh, we'll wake that person up." Those guys they're jokers. Now I don't believe that. I don't believe in Suleiman. I don't believe in Bushiri and all. They are all in the same category. But it won't make me, when I come to investigate a case like I'm investigating right now, I just say, oh, they did this, oh, they did that. No, we break it down one by one, because people come into this thing with a lot of mischief. They come into this thing with a lot of ulterior motive that you don't know. So you got to be very careful. You have to be careful and treat each case with its own merit.
So let's talk about Doris for the relationship between Doris and Jeremiah for a second. What do you think the relationship between those two people are?
Okay, hold on, because other people are also asking questions, and I promise to look at the comments. Omanike Abayomi said, Chidi, get this. I think he was trying to say, get the story right. How did Doris know and get involved? Doris knew and got involved because Prof X got her involved. It was Prof X that invited her to the case. And do you know what? I asked Prof X, I said, all this thing that people are saying that Doris Ogala is working for Jeremiah, why don't you believe them? Why don't you believe them? Like Prof X laughed and said, no, Dr. Chidi, let me tell you the truth. People think that I just got to know Doris Ogala. No, it was Prof X. You see, that's how I like to do my thing. I can't say somebody said. He himself told me that Doris Ogala, they had known each other for years before now. So let me tell you, people are wrong. It's not this Jeremiah case that connected me with Jeremiah. We've known each other, that she came to help him when he had a case before. So that's what made me know that, okay, this is the connection between two of them. So when people are saying, no, it is she's working for Jeremiah, and then through that, she now came to Prof X to come and stop the thing. You see, they were not correct. Now, the other question before I come back to you says, why did Jeremiah not say anything since, and why did he say the baby will be found in March? Okay. It will be stupidity of me and foolishness of me to stand here and explain to you why an adult in his house that woke up and after doing everything, he came and took the microphone and said what he wanted to say. You have to ask him. I don't know why he said that. I don't know why he said the baby will be found in March. Okay, since he said it, why didn't you see the baby? In fact, Prof X used that to prove to me that Jeremiah knows the baby is missing. Even when I concluded that the baby is missing, it is not based on what what's his name, Omoto said. That thing Omoto said was just like a crazy person ranting. Somebody was having a meeting with his people and said, what if I tell you now? What if that baby just appear now? What will you say? And this was, I will worship God. Why would I now base my judgment on that? If that was okay, why did he just imagine the madness? He said, what if the baby appears? What will you do? They said everything that they did, and at the end of the day, they didn't even bring out the baby. The case just, you see, that's why I don't take them serious, because somebody who has credibility, somebody who cares about what they say, you understand what I'm saying? You be careful about what you say, because people are going to judge. Don't you see all the prophecies that they give? At the beginning of the year, they say, God told me this will happen, that will happen. And when those things don't happen, they either come and twist it or they don't say anything about it. So I don't take them serious. I'm not here to answer. You have to ask him why he said that. But that's not important, because he said it and the baby was not there. So you just leave them, leave all those people. I'm answering now for myself. I'm in the case right now. When I wasn't there, I wasn't there. But now that I'm there, I am there. So let's come back to you, my brother, on the phone.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. So if Doris was not really working for Jeremiah, right, then why was she trying to lure Professor to Nigeria with that $200,000 that was paid to her by Jeremiah?
All right. So the same question you asked me, you see, before you see me now looking like, oh, why are you listening to this person? I do a lot of work. And Prof X, you see, now I can boldly say what I'm saying. I'm waiting for him to challenge me, okay? Prof X will come and tell you that all the crimes in quotes, because I'm not a judge, okay, but if I'm allowed to use that word, all the crimes that Prof X committed in this case, he would come and make you believe that all of that was pretentious, that he was just doing it, his CID. People come and say, Prof X is the CIA. How could you be that dumb if you believe that? Every single thing he did that was wrong, he said it was him pretending. That even a fool wouldn't believe that. So when your question was why ask me that question again. I lost my line of thought.
So the question was, if Doris was not working for Jeremiah,
okay, good.
Why was she transferred to Professor Nigeria?
Okay, good. So I asked Doris. So why what's his name? Prof X said you were trying to lure him tonight. I said, yeah, tell me about that, luring Prof X to Nigeria. She said, listen, let Prof X produce any recording or any conversation where she told him, because both of them were recording each other, where she told him that he should come to Nigeria. It was Prof X that just spun that story. What she told him in that story where she was using foul language, where she was using the F word, I will F you up, and then we'll go and I will do you this and do you that. She was inviting him to Nigeria. Shebi, the ticket was supposed to be bought. She was inviting him to Ghana. She said, I will invite you to Ghana, and from Ghana we will go to Dubai. She never invited him to Nigeria. So Prof X is there. He could also help us. That conversation they had, that recording, we should play it again, because this is what, remember, I wasn't there. You must always understand. And I'm not vouching for anybody, but this is the answer to that. Doris Ogala said she never, ever invited Prof X to Nigeria. They were doing their lovers thing, having those kind of adult conversation, and she said, we will go to Ghana, and then from Ghana we will go to Dubai. And Prof X was like, no, she can't be serious. I said, no, I will send you money to get a ticket. If you can't get the ticket, I'll send you money to buy the ticket. And that's when she now said $3,000 to Prof X. And Prof X didn't receive the money immediately. So Prof X told her, oh, you see, you're fake. You said you were going to send money, and he did. And he even did a video, I think, where he was trying to say that the money was not sent. But later on, he actually found out that the money was sent. But he never traveled. He never sent the money back. And that's when Doris Ogala was now.
Is that the $200,000 or the $10,000?
The $3,000. The $3,000. Yeah. Now the 200,000, according to them again, you remember, which is the whole wahala started. When he was shown the money on the bed, he actually believed that what's the name? Jeremiah had paid the money, but he didn't know that the money was not real. So that's where the main, now they've been quarreling, and the quarrel was now, okay, so you now collect all that money, we've cashed out, and you're not even sending anyone to me. Okay. Someone said, I heard, let's read this one. I heard Doris telling Prof X that she's going to take him to Calabar. Okay, maybe. I'm telling you what Doris said. We are just, I will always say what I asked and the question that I got, okay? Remember, I wasn't there. Always remember, I wasn't there. Look.
You don't want to believe that Doris was working for Jeremiah, and she was trying to deliver prophecy to Jeremiah by luring him to go to Nigeria.
Okay. Do you Okay, let's go back to the story again. Remember, this is gospel according to Dr. Chidi. So Doris doesn't know about Ruth. Doris doesn't bring up the root issue. Prof X brings up the root issue. Prof X in a conversation says, I want you to contact Jeremiah Omoto for me. In a conversation, I'm not saying he said, this is what he said. I want you to contact Jeremiah. Because I was asking Doris, I asked all these questions. Brilliant question. I'm glad you're asking them. Because that makes me think somebody was also thinking the way I was thinking. And that's the essence of all of this. I said, Doris, tell me the truth. You don't know this man, Jeremiah Omoto. I said, Dr. Chi, let me tell you the truth. I've never spoken to this man in my life. Prof X sent me to this man, just like he sent me to other people. I told him I don't have this man's number. And she contacted, according to her, the president of their Nollywood Actors Guild, right? Association, whatever. Contacted him, and he now provided the number to this. Some of these things I don't keep them word by word. I just take what's important to me. She now contacted this that is it Pastor Chris Okafor, the other pastor, and they got contact with Omoto's people. So the only thing I'm taking out of this, and that's what Prof X has to come and maybe disprove, is that it wasn't Doris Ogala that came to Prof X with the story or contact of Jeremiah. It was Prof X that needed to contact Jeremiah. Why? Because that is what this whole thing is all about. Push the story out, then go behind and ask the person, listen, this story is going to blow up. We need you to settle us. And do you know what Prof X now have Prof X say? When the transaction was now going back and forth between them and Jeremiah's people, they were now negotiating how much Jeremiah's people will now pay Prof X. By then, it was already in the hands of the police and EFCC and Interpol. So that narrative that look, for me right now, you have to ask everything. We have to base everything on what we see. We could be wrong here. Look, I will be a foolish man to tell you that I am 100% wrong, right. How can you say that? We are just using the same brain that makes us, when we want to cross the road, we see a car, we stop. The same intelligence that makes you not to put food in your nose and put it in your mouth. That's what you are applying here. That's what you always do until you are proven wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hello?
Yes, I'm listening to you.
Yes,
I do understand what you're saying.
Yeah. So that's why it's difficult. I think this connection here is very, very, very.
I can hear you fine.
No, it's not from you. It's from the other end. Oh man, it's I have a problem with the phone here, so everything is frozen. So guys, I'm really sorry about that. I had already promised to do this, else I would have canceled it. But the phone, sorry, it's cutting off. Hold on, let's reconnect so people will be hearing us. Okay. So guys, just hold on 1 second. Okay, guys, sorry for all that mix up. I'm outside. It wasn't planned, but we're just trying to make the best out of it. I'm not gonna stay for any much longer, so that maybe we'll do this another time. But I'm gonna ask Soji. Soji, thank you so much for informing everybody that I have technical issues. But if you see me right now, so you can go ahead and call back, so we can continue. What hear me? You can call back. Hello, Soji.
Yeah, good to see you. So we can see you walking around.
Okay, good. So please, if you want to call me now, Soji, can you help me type the number that people can reach me with, because it's just so clumsy trying to do it with this phone. So Soji is gonna help me put a number through which you guys can reach me. Sorry about that, guys. So please, just know that I'm not an expert, and I'm not being absolute in this thing at all. There's room for everybody to bring in what they are thinking. I really want us to go on this case together. We're all CIDs now. We're all Interpol. We're all everything. I may have some advantage sometimes based on information that I have, but that notwithstanding, I don't want anybody to feel that, oh, Chidi is saying he knows it all and nobody can suggest anything. No. I'm saying let us analyze the case together, okay? So just gonna type a number that you guys can call me by. Call me directly, please, if you can. The number is okay. It's been posted. Okay. Okay. I don't see it. I guess okay. It takes a little time before it shows. No problem. But yes, guys, the number to call is +1 647 889 2837. Don't call the first number. Don't call the first number, because that's what I'm now using. If you call it, it's going to cost this transmission. Prissy, thank you so much. Thank you so much for welcoming me back. And everybody, so far, so good. Soji has put me on the hot seat and has been asking me every question. But I love the questions because they're intelligent questions. These are questions that I ask myself, you know, and it is based on the answers that I got that I am where you see me today. I wasn't in a hurry. I wasn't in a hurry to jump into this thing. I had to take my time and study it. And I wasn't being malicious. I wasn't out to blackmail anybody. If you know me, it doesn't take me anything. I will call you. I will confront you. If you come to me with a story about another person and you're not ready for me to call that person to whatever claim you're bringing up, I won't listen to you. So that all that I've done it even with Ruth. Before Doris Ogala came live, I reached out to Ruth and I said, Ruth, Doris Ogala is going to come to my channel and she has some heavy stuff that she is insinuating. I think it is important that you come. First of all, just to let you guys know, when Doris Ogala told me, Chidi, I'm going to be on your channel, I want to be on your channel, and with due respect to her, she had already said, Chidi, whenever we're discussing, I don't want to talk about Ruth Matthew. I just want to talk about Prof X. That's what I want to talk about in this case. Ruth, for me to start talking about Ruth, it will look like, you know, I'm bullying her, look at her condition and everything. I'll just leave everything concerning Ruth. I just leave it to God. Even with some of the things I've been hearing her saying, no problem. You know, I really love Ruth. I'm like, okay, fine, we'll keep it that way. So don't ask me any questions. Don't ask me any questions about Ruth. Let's focus on Prof X. My anger, my annoyance, my case is with Prof X. We agreed a long time ago. But after Ruth came and, you know, said all those things and cursed her, you know, those were very, very deep things. And she said, look, Dr. Chidi, I want to talk about Ruth. I said, but you say, I said, no. I want to talk about Ruth. Oh my God, I so want to talk about Ruth. I said, okay. But I said, I need you to, you know me very well, because we quarrel. You saw it. I thought we quarrel. I can't kid myself and think that tomorrow everything will be like this. No, people always quarrel. The problem is a lot of people deceive themselves into thinking that things will always be perfect. You lie. You have to you prepare for the worst, but you hope for the best. That's me. I don't get carried away. Now, I said, listen, let me tell you this. So these things you're saying about Ruth, I would want to bring Ruth in. In fact, I would want two of you to be on the show. She said, you know what? Yes, go ahead. I don't care. You can bring her in. I said, okay. So I went to Ruth and I said, Ruth, this is what's going down. She's coming to my channel and I want you to come to my channel too. And Ruth texted me back and said, look, you know, I have a lot of respect for you. I see you like a dad. I don't want to come on that show. If I come on that show, I'm going to insult Doris Ogala. There are things I'm going to say about her. I'm going to expose her. I said, well, she's going to talk about you. So it is best you come. It's only fair that you come and defend yourself or say your own side of the story. And she said, no. Then I said, you know what? I'm going to send you the link in case you're watching the program and then you decide to come on. You can do that. But on second thoughts, I said, okay, no. Let me just leave Doris Ogala to do her own thing. And I told Ruth, I said, any day you think you want to come on my show and give your own side of the story, you're welcome. Let me know. And by the way, with all the way things are going on, building up and all that, and by the way, anytime you want me to stop contacting you, either through call or text, please let me know. Because I don't want tomorrow you say you told me not to call you and I was disturbing you. We are dealing with a sensitive issue, so you have to keep watching your back every step of the way. So that's it with me and telling Ruth whether Ruth should come to the show or not. I don't even know how I got into that one now.
I mean, you really answered all my questions I have instead of, and, everything Doris said yesterday, we are still waiting for Professor to come out and debunk it, because I was starting to hear that after all the yesterday and everything, that the two of them have been, staying on the phone in the night and some of us are here fighting for Professor. So I was really disappointed yesterday.
Let me tell you the truth, eh? Let me tell you the truth. Take this to the bank. Say that, doctor, I'm not a baby. I'm not. See, I'm not very young anymore. Okay, and I've experienced a lot of life. I think I grew up. I became an adult too early in life, and I know what I'm telling you. Take this to the bank. Doris Ogala and Prof X have something between themselves that after all of this, they will have to address it. Do you understand? She's so pissed off at him. She's getting back at him, but it doesn't mean that she doesn't still feel something for him or him feel something for her. See, these are the kind of chances I like to take. Tomorrow I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, Abi. But this is me. This is my own opinion based on all, and that's why. Anyway, I have that behind my mind and behind my head as we proceed.
Right.
And I was to confirm it when you heard it. Me and you heard it, and Professor should come and disprove it now. I mean, look at the kind of story, look at the kind of gist that they are gisting with each other. The propaganda. We would do. Did you see this one? This is the kind of gist that friends gist with each other. You know what I'm saying? And then when you now come tomorrow, you say it was all a setup. Come on now. This is overforming. Even James Bond never set up rich like that. everything.
I've been waiting for Professor to come out on yesterday, and today we haven't seen it. So hopefully, let
me tell you what is happening with Prof X. Do you know that I actually like Prof X? And I've said this a lot of times. I like him, but you see, even people you like can make mistakes. And when they make mistakes, it is because you like them that you tell them the truth. Do you know how many people have told the truth and they stop talking with me? And then somewhere along the line, just like somebody like Bisola, I told Bisola the truth, the hard, blunt truth. And she didn't like it. She didn't like it. I was warning her, don't do. They were trying to arrest her. I was holding back. At the point I said, just go and arrest this Bisola, because it was so deadly what was going on. And for that, she wouldn't like me. So Prophex, I actually like him. But like I said before, the criminal part of him, I don't like. And there is even there is a window of opportunity that he can grab and make a turnaround. You can never take that credit from him, that it was because of him that this case was resurrected. But it was resurrected for the wrong reason, and he did the wrong things. All you have to do is, yes, say I did it. Don't come and be using my head. You say, okay, I collected money. Even if I collected money, let it be that I collected money, but let us find baby testimony. Hold on. Say that you collected money and you're sorry. If you have to refund the money, maybe we'll contribute money and help you to refund it. Don't come and just throw. No, it doesn't. You can't say it doesn't matter. Let's just focus on this one. It doesn't matter. They all matter, because a lot of things have been twisted and twisted because of that line of thoughts that we are all on the journey with you now. But now that things have changed, that's what you have to do. Okay. Somebody said, can't you have something else to do? Farm Lady Co. Then you do it right. I don't think I understand what you're saying. Farm Lady Co. Maybe if you explain what you mean, I will understand. Okay. Today is for I'm reading your comments. Say it matters to Abi. It matters that if you don't matter, don't you see? Leave the matter for matter. Leave the matter for matter. So many things are coming out. So many things. In fact, things that I've heard and seen. Okay, let me. You're also surprised, right? That Prof X didn't come out, because for everything, every time you talk, Prof X will come out immediately and slam you. He didn't come out this time around because it's not business as usual. It is not business. Prof X is listening to everything. He is learning. He's learning from what is going on. Just like the other day, Bisola learned what she did not know before. From the voice notes that she heard, she now understood. Because when I insisted on putting Bisola on the phone, she didn't know what transpired before I added her on the call. But yesterday she was able to hear it. And then she came and said, if Ruth is not taken out of this call, I'm not going to, and she dropped the call. Yesterday, she was able to hear what happened after, and she heard all the roles that everybody played. Now she understands. Okay? Mm-hmm. So my
final question to you before I
yes.
Can this call it, because you said she has to try to call it.
Yeah.
So yesterday, what's her name? Doris came yesterday. So before she left, she was drunk. So do you believe everything she said yesterday?
Doris was not drunk, oh. Doris was not drunk. She wasn't
drunk?
No, she was. Okay, listen. No. A drunk person doesn't tell you. Okay, guys. Now let's be serious. Well, how was she drunk? Okay, is it that time she was showing her house?
No, that she was worrying. What did she say she was drinking? She thought she was drinking brandy. I thought it was Hennessy or.
No, but unless you want to be mischievous. So once somebody sips that thing, they just get drunk instantly. Come on now. Listen. I don't drink alcohol, but I have a lot of friends who drink, and I don't know, unless you took drugs, I don't know that alcohol just makes you from. It just go from.
Last time there was a Coke that got Coco Mama drunk. So you said she was drinking Coke, and I called Coca-Cola that I thought we were buying Coke, but it seems like the Coke is
making people drunk. No. She was upset. Let me tell you something. She was let me tell you how angry she was. There was a poster that we had done about there was a poster that we had done about that program,
And she said, no, 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 no. That poster does not represent how I'm feeling. You need to change that poster. It's the violent part of me is what I want to be there. So remember, she's an actor. She came there to show, look, she came there to show that, look, I'm a rascal. I no send. So that's the character that you saw yesterday. This is not the character of the crying Doris. This one is the character of somebody who is really, really angry. She never wanted to talk about Ruth. So for her, it was like, it was painful that she was, being dragged into this thing. And finally, she had to talk about it. But at the end of the day, she said it was also good for her that she let it out of herself. You know, it was good that she let it out, and now she feels free. So that's it.
All right, that's good. Thank you very much. You answered all my questions, and
but before you go, let's try to, you know, people like conspiracy theories. Okay, forget about what Doris said. Was her audio drunk? The audio she was playing.
Well, she started off.
No. I asked Shebi Soji, you have to answer my question now. The audio that you were listening to.
No. That wasn't.
Was the audio drunk too? Was the audio so?
No.
Because I want to know, maybe the audio was drunk. So whatever the audio said.
No, the audio was not going good. I mean,
Let me tell you what I liked. What I liked in that thing is, what's her name? One lady was saying, ask her how she got the money for transport. When she gonna ask her the question, I didn't see the lady. You know, like that question was so annoying to her. You know, you don't really know the person, and is it because you live in Dallas, right?
No, I live in New Jersey.
You live in New Jersey. You know, it's just like somebody, you know, from your position, there are some questions you cannot ask, you know. But people, it's a big deal to people. When Showore was in Nigeria, he was staying in which hotel was that? Which is not even a 5-star hotel here. But is it Regency or whatever? What's that hotel he was staying in Lagos? But it was a big deal. Showore is staying in an expensive hotel. For God's sake, he lives in New York. And that was the big deal. This is a 3-star hotel here. But in Nigeria, see, he was in an expensive hotel. That means he's eating the whole money. So when they asked her that annoying question, she now showed the person. Do you think, so because you saw me in Nikon, she already had her money before she met Prof X now. She bought cars. Do you understand? So it was sort of, but me, I don't, like I say, there's no stupid question, but when you pull something out of someone, you have to be ready for whatever response they give you. So that was her own way of responding. She said, hold on, people have been asking this question. Let them ask me where I got money to build my house now. You know, but it's okay. It's okay. And let me tell you something. That thing that Ruth said, it will make you crazy more than somebody drinking. It's what it will make the reaction is far worse than somebody who is drunk. It's anger, is pure anger, and you have to actually try to accommodate somebody who is really that angry.
And you know, there's some stuff that I don't, agree with you whenever she says something like that. But she said something against or about it, I was angry and why would they say something like this about someone that's trying to help me? I mean, and so I wasn't surprised, hearing that statement coming out from her regarding, the race. So I understand how she felt to that.
Yeah. Let me answer this question. Someone says, but she's a married woman and you are not talking about it as a married woman, still loving other man. That you say see, there are some private. I think people sometimes mistake me for Doris Ogala. I'm not Doris Ogala. Doris Ogala, when I bring her to my show, if you get an opportunity to ask her questions, ask her questions. If somebody now came and said, I did something, I don't know why you keep saying she did the thing. Why? If she had said she didn't do it, that's when you'll be saying, she's denying. Let her say she didn't do it. No, she said, I'm a married woman. I was having problems with my husband. My husband came into the house with another woman. I was emotionally disturbed. And that's when I met this guy. Are people not adults? She is owning up. She's agreeing to what she did. I think that is what is driving people crazy. That she's coming and saying, I did this thing. So what else do you want? You want to create an impression that she's lying, but she didn't lie. She said, I did it. The only person who said she didn't do it is Prof X. Somebody came and said, we did everything. Oh, we set up the scam. We set up the job together. Everything you're accusing her, she said, she already said she did it. So why are you saying I'm not talking about? What do you want me to talk about? You want me to come and start asking her why she was saying all the things? Me, an adult, go and advise an adult. No, that's where I know my line. I won't cross that line. Our issue is still this missing baby. Don't forget to. But that every other thing that has happened was not in the line of finding the baby. So if anybody is serious, let's get on the line of finding the baby. And just like you heard, I'm not just about talking about the baby on the internet, because you can't find the baby on the internet. So many things are happening in the background. If you didn't hear the voice note you heard yesterday, you wouldn't know that I was even playing a role in the background. But I wasn't coming on air to talk about it every day. Yeah, go ahead.
According to Solomon, the baby has been found. The baby is currently with Jeremiah. According to, remember we spoke about that earlier on, that Solomon said the baby is with Jeremiah. The baby, they're not looking for it.
See my brother, everybody, all the stories that you heard about the baby, you didn't hear me, you didn't see me on my channel talking about it, Abi. Everybody has their own gospel. I have my own gospel. This is my own. This is the one you can hold Chidi to. Do you understand? There's been 1,001 times they said the baby was there, the baby was there. By God's grace, the baby will be found. When we finish, then we'll come and review a lot of things. Do you understand? There's a lot of stories flying around. I don't latch onto all of them and just report them so that people will just come and I'll get viewership. No, I will do my own investigation. I will say what is my own conviction, and that is it. Everybody, Solomon is answerable to himself, and I'm answerable to myself, even though we are friends and we are brothers. Somebody said, do you know the pain Ruth is passing through? Farm lady, let me ask you this. Did you hear me talking to Ruth? Farm lady, please, I would like you to comment. Did you hear me talking to Ruth? And in my interactions with Ruth, did I sound like somebody who didn't understand what Ruth was going through? So I understand. Said, then forget about Prof X. Let's look for the baby first. No, we are looking for the baby. Things are happening now. Oh, you don't know? Oh, we are looking for the baby, but not through Prof X. I will not forget Prof X, because he is the key to so many things. And you see how many people are deceived? They don't know. The more we open people's eyes, the more it is for our own good. Don't tell me why should I forget Prof X? The only thing that will make me forget him is when he comes and he makes sense of the story. Just own up. And then we will also begin. You will now join. You understand? If Prof X can own up, then he will now say, okay, this is the role I played, or say the real truth. And then all this complicated. But he's continuing to say those things, and it just complicates the story more and more. So that's why we have to keep on putting him, holding him accountable to understand. Bros, this is what we think we know. This is what we think is happening. Come clean. If you're not coming clean, it's disturbing the whole thing. Binta, farm lady, unless you're telling me that Doris is drunk and the recordings that you saw are also drunk. Do you understand? You believe You just want to, you don't like Doris Ogala. That is fine. You are within your own right. It's your right. But if you don't believe what she's saying, how about let us look at, you don't believe Prof X too, what Prof X said in the audio. He said, because you believe all what Doris is. Forget Doris. I believe Prof X. That's the story. I believe when Prof X says he is driving the story this way and driving the story the other way, I believe him. Unless you're saying I shouldn't believe him. That's my problem. I want to believe him. You say I shouldn't believe him. Then what else do you want me to believe? Anyways, my brother, thank you, Soji, for joining me on this program. I'm going to end it here because I stayed long. I appreciate you.
I don't know if Candy is trying to call in. I think one more person is trying to call in. I don't know if she's trying.
Okay, Candice, if you want to call me, please call me. Call me now before I end the broadcast. I'll take your call. If you can call me now. My family is trying to disown me now. They're giving me signal that they will leave me. I wasn't supposed to stay this long. So Candice, if you want to call me. Farm Lady Crow say, I know her type of person. Yes, she was drunk 100%. Okay, Farm Lady, you want me to accept on behalf of, you know what you're saying is like somebody is drinking and the drink is catching another person. I don't know. Okay. Before I said she wasn't drunk, you say no, she's drunk. Okay, I agree with you. She was drunk. You can say she's drunk. Me, I say she's not drunk. Maybe if I can't convince you, you can't convince me. Let everybody go with their own conviction. You say it's 100% she was drunk. Okay, you win. Me, I say she's not drunk. You don't have to agree with me. Okay, no, don't call this line. Don't call this line, guys, please. Call 889. Okay, please. I'm going to post this number. This is the number to call. This is the number to call. Call +1 647 889 2837. That's the number you should call, please. Please, guys, that's the number to call. That's the number to call. Don't call the other number is what I'm using right now. So please, like this, because she is a wise and smart lady, but she should run away from Prof X and believe God for giving her children to restore her marriage. Yes, I like that. I like that. Please, we need baby testimony back home. Farm Lady, I agree with you 100%. I agree with you. We need this baby to come back. And when she comes back, when he comes back, people that will answer question, people that will answer. So I agree with you, my dear sister, Farm Lady Co. Okay, guys. The person that was calling me on this particular phone, I couldn't answer it because it will cut off. If you can call me on that number on the screen, I'll pick your call and we will close. Okay. Okay, guys. Sheila said, Dr. Chidi, may I ask if you also listen to recordings of Prof X and Doris Ogala on Prof X channel? You apparently are not listening to videos on Prof X channel. I listen to them now. Who told you? All the recordings that Doris Ogala has, Prof X has it. Two of them have their videos. So why don't you pick on a particular thing and I'll tell you what I know and what I think. If you just say listening to videos, Prof X cannot go and play videos, cut them, pick and choose. No, what Doris Ogala has been doing is she sends raw videos, raw recordings. If Doris Ogala, you see, that's how you use your sense also. If Doris Ogala wanted to manipulate everybody, she will edit the video where she was saying bad things about Maureen. Do you understand? But she will give you an audio where you will hear her saying, we will deal with. She's trying to make up with Maureen right now. She's apologized to Maureen, but she will still send you an audio showing where she was saying bad thing, and she will now say, sorry, Maureen, oh, sorry, I apologize, so sorry, oh, at that time they gossip about you. She would have edited it. So it's not acceptable that Prof X will now come and take only the part he wants. I've seen recordings that Prof X played on his show, but he didn't play what happened before. You should allow us to hear what happened before and what happened after. You just go and block a part where he says, we effing this, so that you paint her very bad. Then you come and manipulate us. Then you go and start laughing. You come and talk about Chidi. You go and say that that Chidi, Chidi, Doris Ogala told me that Chidi, you go and beg and do a story about Chidi to present Apostle Suleiman. Then when you finish it, you go back and ask Doris Ogala, what does Chidi think? Come on, I'll stop playing those kind of games. Okay? Just stop playing. All right. Okay, guys. Let us is it, may I ask if you, for example, okay, so that's it. If you want us, Matthew Carlo, Dr. Chidi, good evening. Chidi, those again 7 October has similar characters saying the truth irrespective of when I was talking about Stephanie Otobo, everybody was like, Chidi, yeah, this one, that one, this. Chidi, you're a mad woman. Chidi, you're this. Yeah, maybe you're going out with her. When eventually all of these things started coming out, you think I was interested? I'm not interested. It's something that I knew a long time ago. It's you that did not believe. Now you're believing, and you want me to come and start believing again with you. Why? Why am I mad? We don't believe since. Okay. 7 October. Okay. What about when Doris told Prof X she was a lawyer and owned a law firm? She also said she lives in the US. Has she cleared those lies? Yes, she talked about them on my show. Let me tell you exactly what happened. I asked, after I saw that video, I asked Doris, I said, look, as you're coming to my show, you need to clear up that thing, because people keep saying you lied and you said you had a law firm, and then that you had a law firm and that you were living in the US. Said Dr. Chidi, listen, okay, you know what? I'm going to bring my certificate that she has a diploma in law. And when she has a law firm, this is what she uses to do her investigations. I live in Canada, where with your law diploma, you can be what do they call them? Legal whatever. She was going to bring the certificate to my show. And she also said, Dr. Chidi, when I was talking to this guy, I was in the US. I go to US back and forth. Do I owe any explanation to anybody? Do I now come and talk about my personal life because of this guy, because I came to help out? She now, in the program, she now said, before the program, she said, Dr. Chidi, I changed my mind. Let anybody go and investigate. Why should I be doing his job for him? Let him go, whatever they say is a lie. Let him go and find out for himself. And that's how it was presented. So, you can stay here and say everything you like about people. When they come and they give you their response, that's their response. If you're not satisfied with it, you can investigate a little bit further. You can go to Enugu State University. You can do a lot of other things to find out for yourself, and that is the truth. Okay, somebody's calling. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna pick your call. I don't know if you're calling direct or you're calling through WhatsApp. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get you. You're calling through WhatsApp. Just hold on 1 second. Oh, the call dropped. Okay, I'm gonna call you back. Okay, I'm going to call you back. Hello.
Hi, Dr. Chidi.
Yes,
How are
someone.
you? Good evening.
Good evening. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Someone, Maureen said, farm lady makes sense. Truth be told, Dr. Chidi's sources used to be reliable, but since you've been biased and did not verify Ogala before giving platform to Doris or Chioma, make people discredit Dr. Chidi. Who told you? Who told you? Who told you I didn't verify Chioma? I asked her, look, people are saying this and saying that. Who are you really? She said, listen, this is who I am. I am Chioma Johnson, and my name is Doris Ogala. And she explained to me. But she says, that point in time, I don't want people to know me. People don't know me with Chioma Johnson. As far as this case is concerned, that's what I want to answer. And she said, you either take it from me or you leave it. I had an option to believe her or not believe her. I said, Chidi, the day I am prepared, one thing I can assure you, because when I said, I'm not going to judge you, I'm going to leave it for you. Whatever name you want to answer, that's how we're going to deal with you. She said, the day I make up my mind, I will come and show my face on your show. That is why she came to my show. And Shebi, we have now passed, no, your anger is that, no, I should have insisted that I'm the kind of person who respects people. And maybe I live in a place, I live in a country whereby if people want to answer goat and dog and say they are man or woman, you cannot, just let them be. And that's exactly what happened. And so she kept her promise, and I respect her for that too. You're still going back to that. Okay, if you don't want to agree with my whatever I'm telling you right now, it's up to you. I also respect that. I'm not angry with you. Okay, go ahead, my sister.
Okay, Dr. Chidi, you know, some of these people, you really have to pardon them because Profex has really brainwashed them. I was one of the people who truly believed anything that came out of Profex.
Sorry. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Oh, my name is Candice. I'm calling you from Ireland, but I'm originally from South Africa.
Okay.
Yes. So I was one of the people have been following this case for quite some time now. But I was watching your show yesterday, and you know, I began to open my eyes the very first time you hosted Doris in your platform, and people they honestly don't see what Profex is doing, no matter how hard you are trying or the evidence is before them for them to see, but they choose to believe whatever he tells them to believe. Now, my only question and worry is, when Doris yesterday was asking Ruth a lot of questions, I begin to ask myself, what is really going on? And the question that is really hanging on my head is the child really missing? Because if we say the child is missing, do we have evidence that the child is missing? And if we say the child is not missing, what evidence again do we have? Some say Jeremiah doesn't have the child, or he doesn't know anything. Ruth is lying. Ruth is telling the truth. What evidence do we have that Ruth is actually really telling the truth? Because for somebody like Bereketa to give up on this case, I didn't want to believe it before, because, you know, Profex will be smart, will be like, no, Perekete received a brown envelope, and, you know, whatever he used to say, I used to go along, and I used to think, oh, Maureen is jealous, what. I really used to believe everything that guy used to say until I heard Doris. And for some people, if they still don't want to believe her, like you were explaining, nothing is really forcing her to come out. And again, she is bringing out raw evidence, something that is not edited. And for people to still think that this woman is lying, for her to show that he called her 3-4 days ago, I don't know what else people really want. Me, my only question is now hanging on my head is, I think at some point you really need to get a hold of Ruth, because I'm starting to even have doubts, to be honest, if the child is really missing or not.
Yeah. Okay, so you see, that is the essence of what we are doing. We must keep asking questions. You know, it is these doubts that make you keep, you know, you press further, you push a little bit more. And like you, I don't know whether you were here when I said I reached out to Ruth even before that interview, because I knew what Doris Ogala was going to say, some of the things she was going to say, because she sent the audio. Now, knowing what was in those audios, I reached out to Ruth and I said, there are some heavy things that Doris Ogala is going to say about you. I think you should come on the program at the same time. She said, no, she will not come on the program. If you notice, I'm not bragging with it, but that's what I do. Thank God, Doris Ogala played a recording that I didn't even know existed, but you will see in that recording, I kept insisting all the time, I want to bring this person and bring this person at the same time, so that nobody is telling any story behind the other person. So I told Ruth to come on the show. Ruth said she didn't want to come. I said, okay, anytime you're ready, you can come. I also reached out to Profex. So it is open for any of them to come. Profex already said he has a platform. He will always say he's on his platform. So fine.
Yeah, for Profex, I think Dr. Chidi, by now you should know that he's not going to come to your platform. That one, I think you are just saying it because, like you always say, you really like to look at something from both sides, and you don't want to make it look like, you know, you are on the other side. He's not coming out to tell his truth. His truth is that, oh, if I ate the money, let's find baby testimony. I ate the money along the way. People are really not picking anything out of what this.
They are not
and you know why? And let me tell you the honest truth. I unsubscribe from him because before, prophets will make 3-4 videos in a day. At some point, I see.
Let me tell you what he said. Let me tell you what he said. Let me tell you what he said, because I listened to a lot of conversation. He said it that it is, look, this man said that we are all, you know what's annoying is when you don't really have regard for the people who subscribe to your station. You say you are manipulating them, and you have to keep on telling them the story. You have to keep on bringing out video upon video until they begin to believe your story. And if they say something else that is beginning to, you now change the story, and you have to keep on, you know, people have to keep hearing him do more and more and more. And that's exactly what he did with the story. Immediately, the focus was on him.
I even see, you know, that there was an audio that you played between him and Doris Ogala.
That was the last video.
I don't have. He was saying, I don't want this.
Yes,
people saying,
I
pray for you. Pray for you. I want to cash out now. When will God give me my reward? This is the time for me to cash out. I don't know. I don't care about these prayers that people will be saying. We are prophets. And that thing really hit me hard, because there was a time I even had an argument with my husband. I'm praying inside the house and I'm praying for God to protect him. And then he'll be like, when are you really going to wake up? In the middle of the night, I'll be checking if there's any video he has uploaded. Honestly,
he got everybody. Okay, my sister, listen. How would you feel when exactly what you're doing is what he is proud to say that he is doing? He's proud to say that, do you see that people believe what I'm saying? Okay, you know what I'm going to do right now? You watch. I'm going to change the story. That's what he thought he was going to do. First of all, he tried to scare me, and then he said, oh, you know what? Everybody go and unsubscribe from Chidi. And then what she's going to do now is, since they're listening and talking about me, I'm going to drag back, let's find baby testimony into the whole thing. So he just came back and started saying, let's just find baby testimony. Yes, I did, but it's a trick. Then he comes back and he tells.
This is why I'm saying,
just recently,
wake up in the middle of the night.
Just recently,
any videos.
Of course, just recently he's still asking Doris, you see what I'm doing? What does Chidi think about what I'm doing? But it's a joke to him. It's a game.
He is shameless.
It's
Honestly,
just a game.
This is all a game. But then I really think, see, I don't know. I'm waiting for when next you will host Doris, because Ruth like this as well, I'm beginning to suspect her a lot, honestly, truly speaking. I'm really think there's a lot that she's hiding.
There are questions that Ruth, there are questions, those questions that were asked Ruth. I hope Ruth will come and answer them. Questions about, was there a time? Listen to me. I don't know if you heard that one. Look, there are things.
I want to know about the ladies that were lost in the hotel with her. And for people to honestly, I'm one of those people, I will really pray to God that God should remove my mind from all those things, because I used to persecute Precious Lungu, honestly not knowing that this thing is just something that is made up.
Yeah, it's made up.
I was so angry. I was one of the people that even went to her page, you know, to those photos that you normally see. Those photos that you normally see from Fakes posting, I'm the one who sent them. I went on Precious Lungu. I found those photos and then I sent them to him. I'm the one who sent them. I still have the conversation when I was sending them to him on Instagram.
It's okay.
So this is really sad.
The thing is, they asked Ruth a question, and I'm not trying to put Ruth down, but these questions are very interesting. When they tell you, oh, Ruth, was there a time that you threw your baby away and the village people had to go and recover it? That's a very serious allegation. Was there a time you sold your baby? We're not talking about now. And, there are serious allegations. And this is what she was saying. It's not me, but people should not get too emotional and ask this question. Let's ask everybody questions. I'm asking Doris. Why would you stop me from asking her that question? I asked Doris. I confronted her with questions. And I have to confront everybody.
The last time Doris mentioned that she wanted to just dash out the baby like that.
What are you saying? Anyway, you know what? In fairness to Doris, Doris had said she didn't want to talk about Ruth. People seem to forget. Is that cause? Is that cause?
She has to, because
she felt people will not understand.
Without Ruth.
She felt people will not understand. And when you begin to hear things like those ladies were not even strange to her, that those ladies were in the same place with her.
There is no baby testimony without Ruth. So Ruth has to be brought up. We can't say we are looking for baby testimony and we don't want to talk about Ruth. So what are we saying?
One thing I can assure you, based on what I know, and the rest there are things that are beginning to come out right now. No problem. People can do whatever they want with it, but there is still there's a deeper substance that will shock the hell out of people. By the way, Amos, you're here. Thank you so much for being on my channel. There's a lot of things that I've been involved in the past. This is how I'll be talking that time, because they like it when people shout. When you sound with all these conspiracy theories and you say things that are, deep spiritual, then you make noise and you talk, people like it. But when you just come and talk just simple, plain truth, it's boring and people can be attacking you. You're lying. Tomorrow they will see the truth. There are truths that people will hear and they will see and it will shock them. Right now, somebody's biggest problem here is, oh, she says she's a lawyer. She says she's not a lawyer. Says she's a lawyer. Look, two of them were just, how is it that when somebody comes and says, two of us were just doing our love thing. Two of them didn't trust each other. Two of them were recording each other. This is two people that were doing what they did was bad. It was bad. They set it up to cash out.
Was bad.
And somebody comes and says,
somebody was still telling me the other day saying that if these people are still talking, is it not part of the game that later they will it's part of the game of them exposing each other like this, maybe to draw attention into them or something.
Not. See, somebody's even asking me. Somebody says, so Prof X is now the topic for you all now to cash out. Well, whatever you want, you're entitled to your own opinion. These are people who continue to talk. Everyone says, Doris Ogala.
That one, don't mind them.
Doris Ogala should provide those villagers who told her such stories. Okay, let's just keep it there. We'll ask her to do all those things. Let's just keep asking questions. That's what I'm saying. Let's just keep asking questions. Ask Doris Ogala. Ask Prof X. Ask Ruth. Don't set up yourself so that you'll be shocked. Because when you set up yourself and say this is not possible, that's not possible. That's why when you hear some things, it shocks you. But when you say, oh boy, this is there's nothing that if I hear today, I'll be shocked. And you too, don't go and say, Chidi, there's no, just expect that maybe you hear something tomorrow and it will shock you.
People should be open-minded.
Be open. That is just it. Be open-minded. Don't lock up your thing, because if I was not open-minded, I will not say some things that I'm saying right now. Prof X was untouchable now. Prof X was untouchable. Nobody can.
Not only that, Dr. Chidi, you have to be open-minded, because look where you are. You are in Canada. I'm here. We are not in Nigeria. We don't know what is happening. So we cannot be buying cookies from one shop and believing that this is it. This is it.
You have to buy from everywhere.
Another shop, no, you can't. With people who are in Nigeria, they are the ones that could be telling us this whole thing in a different way, like Doris is doing, and she's providing evidence. And then you have people from all over the world saying this is a lie, this is a lie.
Thank you, my sister. Well, you know what I expect people? You know what I expect people? People who are in Nigeria, instead of you people just attacking me, and if you're in Edo State, go now. You see all these places that I mentioned. Go to those places and see. Come and tell us. Find out. Go to Mercy City. Yeah. See the distance from. See the mango tree they are talking about. See the place they are selling Indomie. Right? That's what I expect people to do, because it's a church.
Yeah,
if you just come to, if you come to a church, they won't even know what you came to do. Just go there as a normal worshiper. Then there's go ask somebody, where do they sell Indomie? Reason for it. Then come back and do a video. Take pictures for us. Let us try to reconcile it. Where is the mountain they are talking about? If somebody says somebody's village. If you live close to Ruth's village, go to the village. Ask questions by yourself now. Let us get the real thing. Anyway, I need to thank you very much. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. Okay, guys, this is where we're gonna round it up. Everybody, just hold your thoughts. Let's keep it coming, and finally, we'll learn the truth. Okay. Sorry for all the technical hiccups. Next time I'll do it in the studio. All right. But thank you so much. I know we are quarreling. I know we don't agree on so many things, but let's not stop being friends. Okay. Let's keep watching the story. At the end of the day, we'll find out the truth. Okay. I could be wrong. When I'm wrong, I will apologize. But if I'm right and you discover that I'm right, also try to apologize to me. Okay. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Let me close it the way we normally close. You know, this one that I'm using, if I don't close this well, my Oga Madam will kill me. So on behalf of Dr. Erica, guys, I hope to see you guys in the next broadcast. Bye-bye.